Hi, I'm here today with one of our fellows, Dean Thorsen, to talk with him a little bit about this program and why he decided to come here. So, Dean, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I have a little bit of an unconventional background. I came into medicine a little bit later in life. Earlier, I had a researcher background and was in the lab for a while. Then was a stay-at-home dad and went back to medical school when I was 30. And from going from there, I was trying to figure out exactly what I found the most interesting. And I came to anesthesia and found myself on the West Coast due to my family's job and desire to live on the West Coast, and had to move around a few times in between.
Great. And how did you pick our program?
So I had kind of cast a broad net. When I was looking at fellowship programs, I did have a draw to the West Coast. My family is here. And I interviewed at several programs, and UCSF was definitely stood out amongst all the programs I interviewed at. And in addition to that, it was also the most geographically close to where my family was in the Bay Area. So I kind of lucked out in both that it was the closest and it was the most enjoyable, and I felt like the best fit for me given my personal situation.
And what have you liked best about your fellowship year?
In addition to the faculty that are amazing and the cases that we do, I really value the ability to, pick the cases and choose what I want to do on a day-to-day basis. I'm not stuck in a room just getting the work done. I really can cherry pick, depending on whatever location I'm in, what cases I find valuable or things I haven't done, or cases that I want to work and get more practice on. So I really appreciate the flexibility in tailoring everything to my needs.
Great. And you mentioned you have a family. Tell us a little bit about your family and kind of how you've promoted like a work-life balance during fellowship.
Yeah, I mean, UCSF, out of all the programs that I've interviewed and checked out, definitely has the most balance and gives you the most flexibility. So I have three kids who are in middle school and high school, and you have flexibility to, um, choose when you're on call, when the days you have to work, on the weekends, picking cases. You're not you're not always in the hospital. You're really trying to maximize your educational benefit. You also can figure out your time off, your non-clinical time, and really kind of work that into the schedule that you need. So if you need to be around for your kids, for particularly to be home to help out, it's definitely doable and very conducive to finding that balance.
Great. Do you have any advice for applicants?
I mean, one thing I would do is really try to get to know the fellows. They definitely have the inside information on the ground floor, what's going on, how daily life is, and then try see if you can develop a rapport with the attendings and the people that you're interviewing with. At the end of the day, this will be your family, for the next year when you're a fellow, and so you need to be able to feel like that you can fit in and feel comfortable where you're working and kind of jive with the culture.
Great. Thanks so much for your time today.
Oh, no problem. Thanks.